So in procession order, there you go. Lee Martin snaps his TQ from Neil Cragg in that last qualifier. He absolutely picked it from Tom Yardy. Tom Yardy actually big guy really becomes a little bit boring sometimes talking about their achievements and their driving skills, but you can see how close they are. Good friends off the track, good friends on the track, but this is not the track. This is for leg one of the A final. So you go from our man Lee Martin out in front from Neil Cragg. Neil running that new associated car. These guys went abroad to Europe at one of those events and showed everybody what it's all about, showing that the creme de la creme still lies in the British Isles. And even the Americans hanging over to that event could not contend with the pace of these two cars. Lee with a little bit of an error but holds on. And Neil needs to start to put a little bit of pressure onto Lee Martin. Craig Collinson running in third. Not quite sure who's in fourth, looks like Tom Yardy's car. And the fight for third coming down the straightaway now. But Neil absolutely riding his luck there on a couple of track markers and came out good. So the 6-turn motor of Lee Martin is going to now start to wind up down the straight, and there it goes. Boom, boom. He looks as if he's broken away a fraction. Saying that all it takes is a bobble. Neil absolutely nailed those last couple of corners and caught up a little bit. Not too sure it's enough though. Not at the moment. We're looking at the clock. We're approaching halfway distance, and it's a 3/4 of the straight lead for the Yokomo man. So here he comes, holding the car one on his car. Neil up on two wheels. There, Marshall's ready to pounce. But Lee Martin now beginning to stretch his legs a little bit. In third is still Collinson. Yardy contending the third spot with him. So, looks as if there might have been a little bit of a bobble by Lee, because Neil's definitely a lot closer now. Might have been out of my view. But certainly we've still got a race on our hands, because any sort of mistake at the front, and with 2 minutes to go, it's anybody. Here they come down the straight. And certainly Lee Martin is definitely trying to stretch his legs here, trying to pull away from Neil. These guys had a great race the last couple of years here. You might recall Lee Martin tried to jump on top of Neil's car. That was the other way around there, if I remember. But now it's the Martin machine out in front. Neil Cragg, hot lap, trying to catch up with it, 23.51. 23.35 best lap from Neil. And we're looking at the clock, there's only 1 minute 10 remaining. And it's still a great battle for the third spot between Collinson and Yardy. They lead us down the straight. Craggy definitely looks a lot closer now. Definitely doesn't need a clock to tell you how quick that was. And let me tell you though, it was a 23.3 last lap from Neil Cragg to close it up. 48 seconds and counting, now 45. So, looks like another couple of laps at least for these two guys here to come down the straight. That was a good lap by Lee Martin to keep on pressurising Neil to push harder. Don't forget he's got to get there and overtake. It's still a great battle for third place between Collinson and Yardy. They've gone over the centre section now, but here come the leaders, and with 19 seconds on the clock they start their last lap. So here we go, Lee Martin leading. Neil Cragg, he's probably got nothing to lose now, so he's probably going to throw it at it. You're going to see some hot time from, oh, there are little bobbles from Craggy, and Lee Martin with time expiring. He's just got to stroke it round the left and right, coming down the straight. Now, it's Lee Martin that takes leg one. Neil Craig comes in on the 2 spot, and it's away they go. So it looks like a clean start from the pole man, Lee Martin. And of course he won leg 1. And we all know that if he wins leg 2, it's going to be wrong, whatever it is. But I think you'll find there's a few others that are going to try their hardest. And as you can see, Neil Craig already beginning to pile up a little bit of pressure behind Lee. Lee just doesn't want to make the error, and Neil wants to force him into the error. Here they come down the straight away now. And brushing their track markings, Mr. Martin gets away with it. Neil Craig now all over the back of his gearbox. Plenty of ponies in that car. And they haven't dropped Craig Collington or Tom Yardy. We're off a fast racing. Here they come down the straight. Top 5 all together. Tom Cockrell looking super quick as well in 5th place, hounding down the Yardy machine, but it's still Lee Martin out in front. Neil Craig keeping it low down on 4 wheels and getting good drive. Down the straightaway they go. So here they come. Through the midfield. Neil Craig looking ever so closer here. Here they come down the straightaway now. Who's got the ponies? Oh, the one comes in slightly earlier than the other. All down to gearing, and Neil Craig now absolutely hugging every corner, looking for a way by, but not quite close enough to affect it. And plenty of time remaining. Here we're looking at a coming up towards only halfway distance, not quite there yet in fact. So Neil Craig knows he's got to win this leg to take it to the 3rd and decisive. If Lee wins this one, it's game over. And Lee, of course, with a TQ, takes the extra point as well. Oh, up on the back wheels is the Craig machine. Here they come. You call it what you like. Yokomo versus Associated, if you like. The fact of the matter is, it's Lee Martin driving the blue, white and orange car out in front. And I'll tell you what, Lee has stretched his legs a little bit here. We're looking at the clock, 1 minute 45 remaining, and Lee has definitely stretched his legs here, trying to play. Neil Craig hasn't got an error. 23.16 from Lee Martin, 23.22 from Neil Craig. These guys pushing as hard as they can, and it's 3/4 of the straight lead now for Lee Martin. I'll remind you, he has already won leg 1. Up on 2 wheels in front of me he goes. That doesn't make any difference to these 2 superstars. Oh, Neil Craig makes a little error, and let me tell you this, with 1 minute to go, you're going to become multinational champion and multi-European champion and make errors with this kind of lead and 50 seconds to go. I'm not a gambling man, but unless it's a mechanical failure, it looks like Lee Martin will be stroking it back home. With 45 seconds to go, it's 2 laps. He doesn't normally make errors anyway, so 2 laps is not a lot. And Neil Craig is obviously going to throw it at it, and it isn't going to make any difference though. If Lee keeps it on 2 wheels, This is not going to be caught. 20 seconds to go. Lee Martin is going to come round to be starting his last lap. Neil Craig 2. We're looking at the clock. 15 seconds to go. This is the last lap. Lee Martin is going to keep away from those track markings, as you can see. It's not going to be denied. TQ's the last round. Beat the time. A great race for third place between Collinson and all that. Lee Martin bringing it down the straight to be today's winner. So good job, Lee Martin. Neil. So way to go. Archie up the back, and Colin, I suppose they're all in order. So, Lee Martin now he's going to push on and try and stretch his legs. Absolutely nothing to do from this point of view. Here he comes down the straight. What's the last 20.1 till now? Has done nothing wrong. Nothing between these guys. There's just the odd bump between them. 23.9 from the leader on the front. Looks like it's good from Hill. 23.4 from Lee Martin. Still stretches up 1/10 over 12 laps. Is 1 point something. Craig Wellington holding his own to third. He's coming in down the straight. Martin is track. 22.9 from Lee Martin. 22.9. I've not seen a 22.9. So Lee Martin from the club over 22.9. But with all of that, Neil Craig with a 22.85. So I'm not too sure what this is all about, but this is more like demonstration laps by these two superstars. And I say that with in a strange way with some pride, really, because these guys go all over the world and they fly the flag for the UK, and they beat some of their very, very best rivals all over the world, and they're still up there doing it. So while you guys see them doing it here at Nationals, you must remind yourselves that they are the creme de la creme from the whole world, really, not just the UK. So Neil Craig, Lee Martin, Tom Cockrell, and Tom Cockrell trying vigorously to get himself up onto the podium. And that's going to be on time now, if it stays like this, between him and Tom Yardy. So a 22.8 by Lee Martin, trying to put the pressure on. Oh, Tom goes flying. So Tom is now fighting the clock, trying to beat the Yardy time, because they will both have a 3 and a 4. Yeah, Yardy can't do anything about it and pulls it off. Here comes our leader, going around by race control and already into the bomb hole in the middle. A proper little champion's roll there by Neil Craig. And these guys into the 22.8 second lap time. Ridiculously fast, ridiculously consistent without a done one. Neil Craig doing a little bit of a, I don't know, what do you call that? Like a tail grind, like a hose. Neil Craig is going to look to secure second place here. Lee Martin just looking for that fast one lap. Bragging right tonight over again. Cockrell's in second now, so this makes a significant difference because a 2 and a 4 is gonna put him on the podium. And realistically, I can't see Lee Martin hustling along anymore because this definitely puts him on the podium, if I'm not mistaken. I do stand to be corrected though, ladies and gentlemen. Lee got on the dust, cost him a bundle of time. Ellis is coming, he's in fourth, he's trying to do the best he can. And he's not the only one though, you get on the loose stuff, and Kev Lee got all out of shape. 10 seconds to go. Tom Cockrell is on his last lap. It's only Lee Martin that can take it away from him. So Tom Cockrell's just going to keep it on all fours. And I do believe, I hope I'm not premature with my mathematics, that this will put him onto the podium. Neil Craig, you finished, dude. I hope they all complete. Tom Cockrell does